Hey, Untitled Heroes. Want to listen to Josh talk about himself like he's an old has-been again? Okay, here we go. Off the pill and mostly on off script, mostly. So I call this theme that's playing the Norn theme or the WoW theme. I want it to be magical, so I hope it is. Cool stuff in the intro, it's a goal, like Samurai Jack or X-Men animated series, and yeah. This little intro here is very inspired by shows that do little, like, intros. Exposition drop. I think I handled this all right. We'll go more into more of this stuff later when I expand on more things and get back to the cartoon. Hopefully after I'm done with this commentary. A little bit Fallout-ish, but a little bit... I feel like we got an Elder Scrolls vibe in there somewhere, but more often than not, I will probably make it more of a Adventure Time vibe. Here's Orkinia's village. It's really cute, really peaceful and sweet. That's what I intended, at least. Here's another background by Quillen. His character sprites are by me. Just a few simple poses, illustrate some action. I wanted to blend a lot of reality with cartoon, so I took a bunch of photos. Me and my friends took a bunch of photos and we used them as backgrounds. So, yeah. Sometimes the generated subtitles will call Orkinia's synth voice music, which is funny because, yeah, I wanted to give her a robot voice to make her cybernetic, because that's part of her character. More about that later, for sure. So yeah, it's fun. This is the origin issue. I wanted it to hit hard. I didn't want it to hit too hard, though. It's got to be sad, but I decided to make it kind of quick so that it's not like, tears everywhere. So I think I did okay. And then here was this freaky dream. This Kirby Crackle monster. I love Jack Kirby. This thing is a kind of a tribute to that. I call him the End of Days. If any of you have played Layers of Fear, I meant for this to kind of be like that. Layers of Fear and a lot of the games by Bluebird Team, they're just very inspiring to me. Yeah, Layers of Fear is awesome. And then here's some little bit of steampunk stuff for you with the gears. Those was a little bit of a pain to animate, but yeah, I think it worked out. And here's our Lone Turtle Master. He started as a bit of a Leonardo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle parody, but then I mixed in a little bit of Mr. Miyagi, kind of, from Karate Kid. His house is very simple. It's just black with a few lines, glowing lines. It's like he comes from this place called Nightscape. He's a collector of weird art. He's got this mysterious backstory. He comes from the land across the sea, and not a lot of people venture out there in Nornwan. So he's very strange. He's like an alien, basically. And to save on making animation sprites for him, I kind of ended up just giving him telekinesis, which actually kind of went with his kind of strange, mysterious, mystical kind of Kung Fu Master monk vibe. That's actually me doing the radio guy's voice. I hate the sound of my own voice. So, yeah. Little detail, maybe you notice it, maybe you don't. It's okay if you don't. Orkinia's eyes are like a white with blue. And then after getting blasted by Sylvius, the evil necromancer, and then waking up here, she actually has these kind of glowing eyes that are they're bluer and kind of greener too. I thought I was being clever when I made this little scene transition. I hope it seemed clever. The snowing effects and stuff, they're not me. I'm just me animating alone. It's amateur work. The snow is from Windows Photos. It's a 3D After Effect thing you can put in. So I took advantage. I had to animate all those books smacking into Orky. It's like that, yeah. And then cue training montage. This is one of my favorite things. It's just ideas came flooding in, and I put nearly all of them in. I was very Mulan inspired, like the cartoon. Karate Kid, more than a little bit of that in there. And some Kung Fu Panda. I love Kung Fu Panda. Well, I love Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2. We'll keep it at that. I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Z at the time, so the way she kind of steps and the way that the chubby eats the rice bowl, it's kind of a reference to that. I thought it would be really cool to make it kind of this kung fu kind of vibe. I thought it would be interesting to give Orkinia like sword and shield. That's what I originally ran with her build when I made her in Skyrim. But here we are. I gave her kind of unarmed combat training so that I wouldn't always have to give her swords and such. So sometimes she just beats people down with her hands and yeah. And then we have the call to action. She leaves the monastery and she's like banished, magically or otherwise. And she's ready. So, I didn't even mention half the things I was going to mention, but I mean, it is what it is. It's awesome. I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment, tell me if you didn't or if you did.